Okay, let's take a quick look at our science course, give you an overview, brief orientation, how the course is organized, and some things you can do to help you be successful in our course. So it's organized by weekly folders, of course. That should be pretty familiar to you if you've taken one of our online classes before. So just work through each folder in order. Week 1, very, very brief. You should knock that out quickly. Let's go ahead and look at week 2. So this is pretty typical. You're going to have 2 to 3 to 4 lessons built in, maybe a little interactive lab, maybe some other type of practice just to practice some of the things we've been learning. Let me show you though, again, the organization of the lessons. This is a little different maybe than some online courses you've taken. Instead of a lesson and then a self-check or a separate assignment, the assignment is embedded within the lesson itself, okay? Right now we've got this set to score at least a 60 to move forward, but there's no reason you shouldn't get all or certainly most of those points as you go through the lesson. Just work your way through it, okay? Those are graded. Those do count toward your final grade, so we want you to take your time and go through these lessons. Let me show you a little bit how that works. So let me just click on the first lesson here, and it'll come up. Now let me point something out. If I click next up here, that will try to jump to the next activity in Schoology, and it'll totally skip this lesson. So don't navigate up here. As we go through the lesson, we want to work our way down here. In fact, I would recommend you click this guy and make that kind of full screen. It just takes the screen up better and makes it a little easier to see what's going on, I think. So over on the left side, you can see kind of the parts of the lesson. It's fairly short. Some are going to be a little longer. It varies depending on the material. But these are the lessons. Each one of these you can think is like a slide part of the lesson. The objectives to help you know what you should learn today. Navigate down here, and in the bottom corner it says score 2 out of 20. I already clicked on this before. That's why it's not starting at 1. And also there's a little progress bar down on the bottom. It's just to kind of help you gauge how far what you've done in the lesson. So let's go ahead and click. There's built-in terms. If they're hyperlinked, that just goes to a glossary, would open up a term. That came up on another screen, but I'll just show you it's right there if you want to look at a word, if you're not sure what it means. So anytime you run into things like this, just open them up. Maybe make a few notes to yourself, right? Scientific method, pretty basic, but maybe make a few notes, look through these. There's some examples, just things to help drive the ideas home, help you understand them. So click through, read through things. Let's go to the next one. Maybe. So now here's a little bit of practice with the scientific method. It gives you a situation, and it wants you to put these in order, kind of following the scientific method. So this is part of what's going to work towards your grade down here. And you can submit this as many times as you want, so there's no reason not to get the points. And so just click on this, and you'll fill things out, and then you can click submit. Now you can do them all, you can do one at a time, go through, and it's going to come up and tell you correct, incorrect. And so it looks like for this one it's not going to grade each one, so you do want to fill something out, okay, for each one, and then go through. You can do submit again, or you can just do try again, and it'll totally clear your tries there, okay? Again, let me just illustrate. Go through. So these are some videos linked out that can help you, so go watch those. Then a little bit more, just driving home the scientific method. This is just where you would drag things over, following the order. Now this one's kind of cool. Check latest move. It'll come up and say, oh, that one's right. So you can do one at a time if you want, try them if they're right, or you can do them all. And as you do that, again, it's graded. That's going to help your points go up over here. So you want to do all of those. Now as we keep going, just tells you, hey, it's over. But notice I clicked clear through the lesson. I'm only at a 5. So if you click more information here, if you're ever unsure, where are my missing points? it'll bring up a little summary and it'll tell you where the points are that you need to go back and work on getting, okay? So that's a little bit how the lessons work. There's going to be interactive activities built within them. That is really your assignment that goes with that lesson. It's just built in part of the lesson, okay? I think you'll really enjoy this course. If you have any questions, of course, if you get stuck, please reach out to your instructor. Know that we're here to help you be successful.